and sharing with the public, including, why don't we jump right in and give a little report about the Bigfoot Festival that we just went to this weekend.
Could I give a shout out to Jill Smith that's on there with us?
Yes, Jill,
she's
hi.
with Bigfoot Baubles and Sasquatch Sundries, or the other way around.
I like that.
She makes great stuff. She just made some gourds into purses that look like aliens, and they're beautiful and very creative.
I saw those. Those were really clever.
She's very talented.
Where is she located?
In Seattle area.
Oh, she's local. Okay.
Yeah.
Bigfoot Baubles and
Sasquatch Sundries.
Sasquatch Sundries.
Or Sasquatch Sundries, Bigfoot Baubles.
Could be the other way.
Sorry, Joe.
No, not a problem.
Oh, she donated to your project with the video, the Bigfoot movie you're doing.
And Maria Dolores, one of our
Cool.
friends, fellow Sasquatcher. Yeah. Jill and I have gone out several times. So.
Bigfoot versus Bros. We're going to talk about that film coming up too. I think these guys are great when they come up with these working titles, and who knows, it might be the title. Bigfoot versus Bros is a brand new film coming out about Mount Adams and UFO activity and the Bigfoot activity there that the UFO-i-team just happens to be a part of here, coming up, filming next, the end of this month anyway. But yeah, why don't you give us a little report, Trish, on what the heck went on in Kingston,
you
Washington.
Want to share that with the camera? That's where I was.
Look at this.
Sasquatch Symposium. It was the first annual in Kingston.
Up there a little closer.
Kingston,
But
Washington.
don't block Trish out while she's talking. Put it on the other side. There you go. Now you got one.
Okay, thank you, Lee. So, some great speakers. There were 6 speakers. It lasted from 10 to 6. And it was so well attended that we were thinking, well, they'll do it again. So I met Ron Moorhead. It was a highlight of the day for me, and his lovely wife, Carrie.
Oh.
And Quantum Bigfoot. It speaks my kind of language. It's more about intuition than thought. And I had a quote here from Einstein that I was going to read, but now I can't find it. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe
Einstein quote about Bigfoots?
About intuition is, I'll find it.
Take your time.
The Quantum Bigfoot is about the blending, the meeting of spirituality and science. And when he talked about the pineal gland, it really got my attention because he talks about it being crystallized and how we can activate it and how critical it is for spiritual connection within and with the cosmos.
But let's clarify, you don't want your pineal gland crystallized. You want it the opposite, right?
Correct.
And so some of the things we eat and some of the things that are going on in our environment are not doing well for our pineal gland, so we need to figure out how to counteract that, I would imagine.
And that's part of the chakra system, so I'm eager to read his book to see if he talks about that whole system. I'm sure he does. And he has a lovely wife, Carrie. She's very spiritual and does a lot of enlightenment work. She's a researcher. We had, we had a very scientific-minded gentleman by the name of Rich Germeau and Dr. Jeff Meldrum. All the speakers, and I really appreciated his attitude because he was very inclusive. He knew that everybody came from a different angle, and those of us that were more subjective and more spiritually oriented, he had a place for us. There was a lot of talk about everybody coming together with their own story and all fitting in, so I really appreciate that inclusion. Yeah. So I'm going to look for that quote, and I'd like to share it a little later, but that'd be good. That's an overview.
We can then jump over to the other Bigfoot site and do that while you're looking for that. Yes, Sam?
I just wanted to say, when she was talking about Ron and Carrie's wife are fabulous, sweetheart, wonderful people.
Ron Moorhead.
Yes, Ron Moorhead and the Quantum Bigfoot. but she was talking about the pineal gland and crystallization, and actually the crystals that are formed when they take them out and smash them, they form light. So it's kind of like seeing the light.
Oh,
When you
man.
get rid of...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And I suppose
That you see the light.
activation is the same thing.
Yeah, you get rid of those crystals and you see the light. Yeah.
It's all about light.
Beautiful. Yeah.
All about light.
Yeah.
What's that? Fascinating.
Yeah.
And
Speak
Dr.
up when you say
and-
fascinating,
and
because
Doc-
people want to know,
fascinating.
what did she say?
And
What is
Dr.
fascinating?
Meldrum, he actually had it published in peer-reviewed. The footprints are actually accepted as a being. They just don't have a picture and DNA and everything to go
Yeah.
with the footprints, but he has a name for them and everything that
Right. Like a scientific genus name
Yeah.
kind of thing? Oh,
for
that's
the
fascinating.
footprints. He's specialist in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I got to hear the sounds, the vocalization of Bigfoot. And the knocking and the sticks. Wow. It is so-
Tell us about that, Trish. Tell us about what you heard and what was presented.
Well, Ron Moorhead shared the Sierra Sounds from his camping adventure in the Sierra Mountains.
Sierra Nevadas, right?
Yes. And,
And-
he has a lot of
Does he have a lot of recordings?
A lot of material.
Wow. And by the way, is there any way you can describe that sound on the... Now, people can always go and Google the Sierra Sounds. But if you could describe what you heard...
It's a range of pitches.
Really?
Guttural to high pitch to different emotions. It's emotional.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Spoken like a
Fa-
empath. It's
Fascinating. And the knockings and the...
Oh.
I can't wait to learn more.
Now, is this like wood knocks, or would this be clacking rocks together? What is...
All of it is just a nice variety
Okay.
of communication.
They take big limbs and they hit trees like a baseball bat and make these thump sounds.
There you go.
That is what they also throw rocks at people.
Yes, I've heard
Long
that.
distances. They
And
can
they-
really throw rocks.
They can make that noise without actually hitting a tree, but they're very good at projecting and moving, like ventriloquist kind of. They put it
Creating the sounds even
Yeah.
with their own
Yeah. And when I
vocal
was
cords or whatever.
when I was sticking up for them, I was saying I don't think that they're bad or all of them or and every time I said something in their defense, they'd throw a little pebble out and they landed in the exact same spot.
I mean, when
From
you
a
were out in
distance.
the woods camping?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I first when my
Isn't that cool?
They also
yeah,
they also communicate telepathically,
Yes.
and that's how they came to me recently, and that's why I'm pursuing the Bigfoot Sasquatch path now, is because they're calling me. So I've got a new community to meet.
Oh, that's for sure. Gosh.
yeah.
You are the exact person we need to be out and doing that interpretation, because you've got
Get to
that
be in the
ability.
wilderness. I love the wilderness.
Well, yeah.
Has
You
anyone
are.
ever heard about that abduction of this hunter in Alaska? He was abducted for days by the Sasquatch family.
Yeah.
I have heard that.
And it's an interesting story. He didn't want to tell anybody about it.
Is he the gentleman who got out of there because they gave him snuff?
Coffee and his chew.
Yep.
And the guy
That's
got sick to his, the
Yep.
big guy got sick to his stomach, he was growling, and that was his chance to escape.
Poor
He only
guy.
had a couple rounds in his rifle.
Yeah.
And the mother of Sasquatch was going after him. He shot his rifle and she backed off and
Yep.
got the heck out of there.
Oh, that's a great story.
It's an incredible
I think if
detail.
you Google that story, abducted by Sasquatch in Alaska, something like
wasn't
that.
in Alaska. It was in British Columbia.
Oh, okay. BC.
There somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, so British Columbia Bigfoot abduction. That would bring it up for you, and it is a really well told story as
Very
well.
good detail.
Yeah,
Very
well,
good.
Thank you, man.
But
Wow.
yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, I was going to say, just as a quick aside, Sam and I were up in the mountains not long ago, and a very strange thing happened to me when the park ranger asked me to help her catch this criminal who was stealing money out of the Forest Service box.
No, wait a second. You're
Yeah.
up there camping,
Yeah,
and a Forest Service official,
yeah. Well,
officer, comes up and says, "I need your help."
Well, yeah,
Well, she had had a Sasquatch experience.
she had a Sasquatch
really?
experience, so we
Oh
were
my
out
gosh.
there, and she asked me about it, and then I said, well, I used to do sneaky stuff, and if you want me to go out and be out there on the other side of the thing, well, so I was out there, and the thing that was strange about it, because Ron Moorhead talks about this in his book, is the fact that they can make all kinds of sounds and project them like a ventriloquist.
Oh.
And so what happened was is that at night we were backing up into this thing, and so I was buried under this tree, and she was amazed that I was doing all this. But anyway, people were
The park ranger would.
yes.
Okay, not the Sasquatch.
And the people were walking past me with their dogs. The dogs didn't sense me. Nobody knew that I was there.
That's because you're Irish.
Well, yeah. And so, but the thing that was strange is that something crawled across me. That wasn't weird, because that's just normal. But it was a kangaroo rat or a snake or something.
I see.
And
Something
so,
crawled. Oh
when
my
it crawled
God.
across me, it made all these different noises in the bushes. So, but the thing that was weird about that is that about 5 minutes after that, something was right next to my right ear, because I could only hear it in my right ear, and went
No.
like it was right next to my head.
Not a kangaroo rat.
No.
No, not a kangaroo rat. And so,
Or a snake.
Kangaroo rat snake.
So,
I don't think even a rat snake would do
no,
that.
they-
It cleared his throat, or is that what?
It was a very, very deep clearing of the throat.
Yeah. Oh,
And
wow.
so,
And
like
it
I
wasn't
said-
the park ranger.
no, it wasn't the park ranger. There was nobody. It was literally at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Where was
There
this?
nobody. Mike Rainier.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And so,
Have we heard those stories from Mom
yeah,
Rainier?
yeah.
My goodness.
so Mike Rainier, Mike Baker. I mean, Mike was
All
out
over,
here,
yeah.
you know. And Ron Moorhead, if anybody's interested, at the I think about Labor Day weekend, he's having the experience where you can go out.
Later September.
Oh, is it later in September? Well, Google that. You
Nice.
can go out with Ron Moorhead to a recreation of the Sierra place where he took it.
Oh.
Take your picture, and you can and they'll play the sounds and everything like that. So,
What?
if you're interested.
Would that be fun to go out with the guy who actually captured the Sierra Sound?
I'm going to.
That
And you're actually going to
Will be.
recreate
I want to go.
Yeah.
what happened in the woods with the recording of the
I wish I went to
Sasquatch
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I'm going to be in the Sierra Nevadas then.
Yeah, both Sam and I are going to do it.
Really?
So we'll
I will
make
be there
We'll
in the
make
Sierra
a
Nevadas
recording.
then.
We'll
Time
make
to drink water.
Yeah.
That water?
So,
See,
anyway.
I turn my phone on airplane mode, and I forget to turn the sound down. So, everybody has a phone. We're trying to experiment today to make sure we don't dilute our bandwidth, but make sure that you turn the sound down as well, just in case someone calls you.
Maybe say the date when that's going on.
Sam can look it up.
September.
I don't know. My phone's on airplane mode, and
That's right, don't look it up.
I
You
have
might
a-
get
I have a
bumped
really-
off the air.
I have a really bad memory.
People can actually do that and Google it.
I have that quote real quick.
Hey, Kevin, did you find
I
it?
found it. It's from Albert Einstein himself. It is intuition that improves the world, not just following a trodden path of thought.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, my goodness, Chris.
Yes.
That's
Curiosity is intelligence.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh,
Why would we do the CERN? Why would we do anything
Yeah.
if we didn't? We're curious about it.
Is that another Einstein quote or just a quote?
No, I can't recall where I heard. But another one that, right, the Star Trek, which Spock is talking to Scotty.
Oh,
Some
cool.
emotional thing. And he says to Scotty, uncontrolled emotions creates illogical reactions. And I just thought that was great.
That's so true.
Oh, so that was Spock telling Scott, of
Yeah.
course.
Uncontrolled emotions creates illogical reactions.
Isn't that funny that your nickname is Scotty?
Yeah, well, anyway,
There you go.
that was a good phrase. I didn't like the writers.
I think that's fantastic.
Anyway,
Gosh, Chris,
Very
you
good.
just happened to pick out an intuition quote from Albert Einstein, and that's your neck of the woods, right
I
there.
would like to keep reporting on this book week to week
Wonderful.
when I can be here.
Well, in other words, you're going to read chapter by chapter
I
and
would
just kind of tell us
do
a
an
little bit.
overview.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what we're gonna